Stage number 2 of your field investigation exam, the planning stage, is worth 5 marks and allocated 100 words in that word count. So what's some top tips on this stage? Well, first of all, I'm going to give you a couple of sentences you may or may not have included in your planning. The first one is going to get no marks. The second sentence is always going to get marks because these points are qualified. So, for example, I researched the process of transportation and deposition in my textbook to see how they shaped a meander. You get no marks for that. But if you say, I researched the process of transportation in my textbook, and you give the name of that textbook plus its author, and again, to see how it shapes that meander, you're going to get a tick and 1 mark. Give the name of the textbook plus the author. What about if you say, I looked up the weather forecast because I wanted to see what to wear? You're not going to get any marks. But if you tell me you looked up the weather forecast and you give me the URL or the website you looked it up on, for example, www.met.ie, you're going to get a tick and 1 mark. What about if you practiced using the equipment? I selected and practiced using the equipment to avoid human error. You get no marks. But if you say you selected and practiced using the equipment, maybe give me 1 or 2 examples of that equipment, meter stick, calipers, whatever it was, on the schools, and you tell me where you practiced, maybe the basketball court, on the tarmac outside, wherever you practiced yourself, and you'll get a tick and 1 mark. You need to make sure you fully explain, you qualify each of these points. That's what the marking scheme is looking for, and often the mistakes students make. It's really important to tell your examiner what planning you did personally. So not just my points here, it's your planning that you did for your exam. What goes on that page, your diagram page? Well, the only thing you're going to get marks for there is the sketch of your equipment. That will get you a tick and 1 mark. Your overall coherence, or coherence and lymph I should say in this, is 1 mark also. A total of 5 marks, you need 4 points plus 1 mark in your overall coherence.